Today's topics are why BTS's reunion after the military service will not be all roses, Jimin talks about family and soulmates, investigation over alleged drug use, and more. In 2017, a collaboration between BTS and Line Friends led to the birth of BT21, a set of unique characters that bear a strong resemblance to the BTS members themselves, as they were involved in their creation. One character, Mang, has been increasingly reflecting the story and characteristics of J-Hope. J-Hope recently revamped Mang, divulging that the character is not a pony as initially thought. Mang is actually a squirrel-like creature who occasionally dons a pony mask, a gift from their mentor, Kon. J-Hope also enriched Mang's background, unveiling that the character hails from a village known for squirrels called Dodohi, a name sounding much like the Korean word for acorn, Totori. It has also come to light that Mang's family life bears a striking resemblance to J-Hope's own, complete with a demanding father and a supportive older sister known as a Nuna in Korean. With the release of the inaugural episode of a new series centered on Mang called Hope in Love, fans have noticed even more parallels between Mang and J-Hope. This includes reenactments of J-Hope's baby and childhood photos in Mang's story. J-Hope's well-known fondness for acorn-themed bags seems to have influenced Mang's love for acorns. Interactions between Mang and Nuna also mirror real-life exchanges between J-Hope and his sister. What's even more striking are the similarities in their relationships with their fathers. J-Hope once described a moment where he was pretending to study but was actually watching dance videos. His father walked in, sighed in disappointment, and left the room. Mang's story has a parallel scene where their father, Pohu, discovers Mang's secret passion for dance. Over time, J-Hope's father changed his stance and became one of his biggest supporters, a transformation also depicted in Mang's narrative, complete with a touching scene of fatherly pride and support. The resemblance between Mang and J-Hope extends to their fathers as well. Mang's father, like J-Hope's, evolves into a supportive figure and also shares a penchant for collecting items. In an upcoming sneak peek for episode 20 of BTS Suga show Suchwita, the next guest was announced to be Shiny's Taemin. Both artists kicked off the episode and their burgeoning friendship with a celebratory toast, then proceeded to discuss their numerous similarities. Interestingly, they noted that individuals born in 1993 are a rarity in the entertainment sector. As both artists were born that year, Taemin expressed his eagerness to have a friendship with someone of the same age. Thanks to Taemin's established friendship with Jimin, he already felt a certain familiarity with Suga. The friendship between Taemin and Jimin has been well documented over the years, and they have collaborated in various ways, including dance challenges and joint stage performances. However, a major distinction between Taemin and Suga lies in the relative age within their respective groups. Taemin mentioned that Suga, being one of the senior members, likely has the responsibility of guiding the younger members, akin to a parental role. On the other hand, Taemin enjoys the perks of being the youngest in SHINee, essentially getting a free pass for most things. Suga was also keen on understanding Taemin's experience of reuniting with SHINee after they had all completed their obligatory military service. This was of particular interest as BTS anticipates a similar reunion in 2025. Taemin candidly stated that when team members reunite after a long absence, it's not all roses. The things that once irritated you may come back into focus. Jungkook is back in the spotlight for being an avid follower of Le Sserafim. He's been subtly engaging with the group on TikTok recently, leading fans to speculate that Taehyun might be his favorite member. This notion was fueled by his comments on a video where Taehyun made a funny mistake, and another where he inquired about the sugar content in a beer brand she was promoting. Le Sserafim participated in the widely popular Slick Back challenge in a truly comedic fashion. The hilarity didn't end with the challenge. The group also released behind-the-scenes footage capturing all the mayhem with Yoonjin doing the recording. The video quickly became a hit, gathering numerous laughs from the online community. Among the sea of comments, Jungkook stood out. He simply repeated a text-based expression of laughter. Fans were both surprised and delighted by this impromptu interaction, with fans bolstering the claims that Jungkook is Le Sserafim's #1 fan. Given these numerous indirect interactions, fans are now eager to see a TikTok collaboration between Jungkook and the members of Le Sserafim. Jungkook has made a significant impression on people in the music industry, as evidenced by his touching comments from Western artist Laroy. The friendship between Jungkook and Laroy garnered attention after their collaboration on the track Too Much along with Central C. Laroy recently had fans feeling sentimental when discussing Jungkook in an interview. When asked if he had any advice for Jungkook, who is gearing up to release his own album named Golden, Laroy expressed that he felt he wasn't the right person to give advice. Instead, he felt that Jungkook was well prepared and that he himself could learn something from the idol. Laroy went on to share a general piece of advice that many musicians can relate to. he suggested that what truly matters is one's personal connection to their own album. If you love your work, he said, that's the most important thing. During the interview, the host mentioned that he'd be speaking to Jungkook soon and would share his own advice with him. Kid Laroy warmly responded by asking the host to seek advice from Jungkook and to pass along his greetings and that he misses him. Once the video interview went public, people online were deeply moved by Kid Laroy's kind and appreciative words about Jungkook. It highlights the level of respect and admiration that other artists have with Jungkook's abilities and charisma. The Weverse magazine recently released an issue featuring TXT, including Taehyun and his bandmates, following the launch of their new mini-album, the name chapter Free Fall. The interview mostly focused on the group's collective career and their thoughts on the new album, but some questions were aimed at understanding them as individual artists, discussing their future aspirations and inspirations. When Taehyun was asked about his long-term vision, he expressed his desire to emotionally impact people through the quality of his art. He also mentioned his admiration for Jungkook from BTS, indicating that Jungkook has recently achieved what Taehyun aspires to, the ability to deeply move people with his artistry. Specifically, Taehyun was inspired by Jungkook's recent choreography video for the song 3D, which features Jack Harlow. Taehyun elaborated by stating that he hopes the standard of his work will evolve to a point where people can be touched by it instantly. He added that he is particularly affected when he encounters remarkable art. He cited Jungkook's unique aura and the nuanced, stylish moves in the choreography for the song 3D as something that deeply moved him, compelling him to rewatch it. Taehyun believes that's what truly impactful art does. It moves you. It's already well known that there's a warm rapport between the members of TXT and BTS, particularly between Jungkook and Taehyun. Fans were deeply moved by the respect and acknowledgement expressed by Taehyun for his senior in the industry. In a recent conversation with Korea, Jimin shared his thoughts on a variety of topics, capturing the hearts of fans worldwide. The interview was part of Korea's ongoing coverage on Jimin, which had previously included a YouTube interview called Under the Scene, providing additional perspectives on the artist. One question in the interview was particularly revealing. It asked Jimin to define what home meant to him. According to Jimin, home is not restricted to a specific geographical location, rather it's whether he finds himself surrounded by his fellow group members and their fans. The interview also delved into Jimin's love for dance, his standout live performance of Tony Montana with Suga, and his recent participation in various Instagram dance challenges. Jimin's open and sincere answers further solidified the emotional bond between him and his fans. Besides the interview, Jimin has been busy with various modeling and brand initiatives, especially after completing his album Phase. Fans are especially excited about the forthcoming documentary that focuses on his creative process. BTS has been on a group hiatus for over a year, and 3 of its members are currently serving in the military, making it rare to see the whole group together. Yet the remaining members continue to make sporadic appearances, often as duos, dispelling any doubts that they might be growing apart. Jimin took the opportunity to strengthen this sentiment during the interview. When asked what he considers to be home, Jimin emotionally stated that it will be a concert hall filled with all 7 BTS members and their fans. This response was deeply touching for the ARMY, reassuring them that the love and respect among the group members remain strong, regardless of their individual journeys. G-Dragon is said to be facing a non-custodial investigation over allegations of drug abuse. Following their probe into Taehyun, the Incheon Metropolitan Police Agency reportedly found credible evidence that led them to continue their inquiry into G-Dragon. The Incheon Metropolitan Police Agency indicated that they couldn't reveal any particulars since the matter is still being looked into. YG Entertainment also commented on the situation, stating they were previously unaware of the investigation into G-Dragon concerning drug use charges and are now in the process of reviewing the information. Earlier, another well-known personality was reported to be scrutinized in connection to the case involving Taehyun.